assume at the table that MDE was very much there. I assume the home builders were there.
Yes.
ABC was there.
Home builders were there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, ABC's, you have the contractors
yes.
too. Yeah. And I assume that the counties were very much there.
Absolutely.
And what I'm really concerned about is some of these rural counties with a very small population have not got the expertise to do a lot of this. And well, they're working hard. I think it floored them in the beginning.
Right.
And I think maybe, hopefully, we've cured some of their concerns. And
yeah. But MML and MACO are on board. They have been in contact with all the counties. And I think what the counties wanted was clarity.
Right.
All right? They wanted clear definitions and clear parameters. And this is what this guidance that is now the bill gives them.
This seems to me is an improvement. You're never going to get them all on board with everything.
No.
So this is an improvement. Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, sir.
Gentleman from Montgomery.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Would the committee chair yield?
Yes.
How you doing?
Good.
Talk to me a little bit about the grandfathering in, as far as what does that mean about the projects? And I know you got a date in here, a date of May 4th of this year for final approval plan? Or what's that mean?
Now, first of all, let me just speak to the delegate from Montgomery County. Montgomery County basically is not affected by this bill because Montgomery County has adopted, through your own local ordinance, more stringent regulations than this bill is. This bill is the, if you will, the minimum standard that every county in the state will have, and your county and Carroll County have more stringent already. So it doesn't affect your county. No county has to grandfather. No county has to grant waivers. But let's talk about the grandfathering. Who could apply for grandfathering? You have to have, by May 4th of this year, preliminary approval. And I just read you everything that has to be within that preliminary approval, okay? That long list, okay? Has to be approved at the county level. You then have, and this guidance, which is in the bill, you then have 3 years to get final approval, okay? Final approval.
Right.
And if you don't, you're out, okay? And you have 7 years to construct your project. And this was done because the bill and the regulations didn't have an end game, did not have an end date. And so you could have grandfathered projects in for a long time. Or you could have granted waivers without clear guidance. And so what we've done is give very clear guidance about waivers, and we've given very clear guidance with an end date, which neither the bill nor the regulations had.
Okay. I'm not as concerned about the end date because I agree with you. We got 3 years and then another 4 years after that. I am a little concerned about the start date, the preliminary approval being May 4th of this year. Does that give everybody enough time to go through that list of things that you were talking about?
Well, the answer to your question is these regulations were promulgated a year ago. That date is established 1 year after the regulations, quote, were approved by AALR. So to be honest, every county has been working with MDE to adopt new ordinances under these new regulations. They've been working for a year. Not all counties have gotten it done. But, to say that, I think what we tried to strike was a good balance, realizing that not everybody may have gotten their ordinances done. In fact, we know they haven't, not every county. And knowing that not every developer or every, county government or municipality may have had the resources, to do everything they need to get ready for the new regulations. That's why we created, if you will, this transition that says regulations have been in effect for a year, and you should have had now a year to get your preliminary plans in place.
And do we know how many projects are out there in the different counties?
Yeah. it's hard to, we can call I call Baltimore City and Howard County and Baltimore County. Howard County, there's potentially about 296, I think it was, projects that fall in Howard County in this area where they may be grandfathered in. We're not know for sure where all of them are. In Baltimore County, it was less than 100, and these are developers that have come in the last year since right, and have started the process. In Baltimore City, it also was less than 100, and in fact, they have reported a drop in the number of projects that are asking for preliminary approval because of the economy. So I think you will find that it's not 100,000 projects around the state. You will find that it's probably on the order of 1,000, 2,000, something in that range. And we are beginning to call the counties, but those are three fairly robust counties that I just described.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Is there any further discussion or amendments to the bill or to its title? Hearing none, the bill is ordered printed for third reader. Clerk, read the next bill.
House Bill 1345, recreational fishing licenses, licensing and registration. Favorable amendments. Amendment number 1.
The chair of the subcommittee.
Move so much be the reading of the amendment.
So ordered.